Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betcraft. It's another very beautiful Sunday morning, and we are back with our predictions right on this very channel. It's another, opportunity for us to look at the football matches that happen across the globe, and also look at the stats and make our verdicts on each of these very games that are happening across the globe. All right, before bringing it forward for you, that's what we do on this very channel, looking at football games that are happening across the globe on a daily basis. All right, and making our verdicts as well. All right, then. We already have the games lined up for today, and in short, we'll be looking at the matches one after the other, making our predicts as usual. All right, but I want to ask you the first coming across a video. The first time, if you're yet to subscribe, take out time to hit the button right now so that you won't be missing out on our games that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. All right, that being said, without further ado, let's head to the business of today. And today we'll start with the very first match. It is an English Premier League. We'll have Leicester City who will face in Manchester United. All right, looking at recent games for both sides, you can see the stats for Leicester City says that in the last 6 games that they played, saw them losing out all 6 games. They've not had any draw or win in the last 6 matches that they have so far. And away side, Manchester United have managed to achieve 2 victories, but have had 4 draws. They've not lost a single match in the last 6 games. All right, and looking at how they fared on home and away basis, play from home, Leicester City have managed to achieve 2 victories and 1 draw in the last 10 home matches, but have lost 7 games. As a matter of fact, the last 4 home games that they had, so they're losing all 4 games. And away side, Manchester United playing from away. Last 10 away games have been able to achieve 3 victories and 4 draws, but they've also lost 3 matches in the last 10 away matches that they had so far. On head-to-head basis, you could see Manchester United have actually dominated Leicester City, winning the last 5 head-to-head meetings, both home and away. So we do expect to see, Manchester United also dominating in this very one. So it is away side to win. That's what we expect for that very game. And we go to the next game for today. It is a German Bundesliga. We'll have Stuttgart who will face Bayer Leverkusen. And Stuttgart in the last 6 have seen 2 wins and 2 draws, but have also lost 2 matches in the last 6 matches. And away side, Leverkusen have had 2 wins and a draw, losing 3 in the last 6 games that they have so far. All right, when you look at how they fared on home and away basis, you can see that for the home side, Stuttgart, it is 4 wins and 1 draw, but have also lost 5 matches out of those 10 recent home games. And away side, Bayer Leverkusen have done, a bit better, winning 6 games and 2 draws in the last 10 away games, but have also lost 2 matches in the last 10 away matches that they have so far. All right. Okay, but in this one, also noting the fact that for the home side, Stuttgart, they've been scoring some goals. Their fixtures have actually produced a lot of goals in recent times, and the last 2 home games that they had saw to over 2.5, and therefore also the away side, the last 2 away games that they had saw 2 over 2.5. All right, and on a head-to-head basis, you can see that the last 3 meetings of both sides have produced a draw. 2 out of those draw, produce a 2-2 scoreline, and also we'll be going for goals in this very encounter, expecting to see a lot of goals in this very one, and it is a minimum of 3 goals. That's what we expect for this very game. And the next is in Italian Serie A, where we have Venezia, who will be coming up against Napoli. Okay. Looking at statistics for both sides, you see that for Venezia, the home side, it is 3 draws and 3 wins and 3 losses actually in the last 6 matches that they had, and Napoli on the other hand, the away side have had 1 win and 4 draws, but have lost 1 game in the last 6 subsequent encounters. All right. Looking at how they fared on home and away perspective, you can see for Venezia, it is 2 wins and 4 draws in the last 10 home matches, but they've also lost 2. They've also lost 4 games out of the last 10 home games that they had so far. And away side, Napoli, having won 5 games from away, and they've also had 3 draws and 2 losses in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And actually, remember, Napoli is a title contender, doing so very well, currently in the second in Serie A. And also on head-to-head basis, you can see that Napoli won the last time they met by 1-0. And on the 3 head-to-head matches that we have here, see Napoli winning all 3. In this one, we are going to expect to see Napoli winning this very match outrightly. It is their way side to win. That's what we expect. Also in the Serie A, we have AC Roma, AS Roma, who will be coming up against Cagliari. All right, Roma have been in fine form of recent, winning 5 games in the last 6 matches. But they've also had one loss out of those 6 matches that they played out so far. And Cagliari, the away side, have had 1 victory and 2 draws, but they've also lost 3 matches in the last 6 recent encounters. All right, when you look at performances from home and away perspective, you can see Roma have done so very well from home, winning 9 games in the last 10 home matches and also 1 draw. They've not lost any single match in the last 10 home games. And away side, Cagliari playing from away have managed a single victory in the last 10 away games and also 3 draws, but have also lost 6 matches in the last 10 away matches. All right, and on head-to-head basis, you could see that it was a 0-0 draw the last time both teams met in August of last year. And prior to that, we saw Roma beating this very side by 4-0. That was in February of last year. But Roma have actually dominated the meetings in the last 5 meetings. I've seen Roma winning 4 times out of those 5. We'll be expecting to see Roma, the home side, also winning in this very one. It is the home side to win. That's what we expect for that very encounter. And the next is in French League One, where we have Olympique Lyon, who will be coming up against Le Havre. All right, in the French League One, and Lyon have done very well in recent past, seeing that in the last 6 matches, I've seen them winning 5 and losing just 1 in the last 6 games that they have so far. And away side, Le Havre have managed just 2 victories and 2 draws, but I've also lost 2 matches in the last 6 games. All right, looking at how these 2 teams performed on home and away basis, you could see that Lyon, the home side, have been able to achieve 7 victories in the last 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws and 1 loss in the last 10 home games that they have so far. And looking at the away side, Le Havre have had just 3 victories and 2 draws, but have lost 5 matches out of the last 10 away games. All right, and looking at closely, you could see that for Lyon, the recent games that they have so far have actually produced a lot of goals. The last 5 home games that they had have seen over 2.5 and over 3.5, 4 times out of 5. And the away side Le Havre have actually seen over 2.5 in the last 2 away meetings, against Lens and Lille on that occasion. And in this very one, we are definitely going to for goals, noting the fact that the last time both teams met, the last 2 times they met and last year, saw lots of goals, over 3.5 on each occasion. So we will be expecting, goals as well in this one. So it is an over 2.5. That's a value for this very one. All right. And the next we have for you today is in Portuguese Premier League, where we have Rio Ave, who will facing Benfica. Okay. Rio Ave, the home side, I've seen 2 victories and 2 draws and 2 losses in the last 6 matches. All right, and the away side of Benfica winning 3 games and 1 draw. I've also lost 2 matches out of those 6 recent games that they have so far. And when you look at how these teams performed on home and away basis, you can see that we have playing from home have been able to have achieved 4 victories and 5 draws. We've also lost 1 game in the last 10 home matches. And the away side on the Benfica have been able to achieve 6 victories and a draw in the last 10 away games. They've also lost 3 matches out of those. Their recent loss was actually in the Champions League, where they lost out to Barcelona by 3-1 on that occasion. And on head-to-head basis, it was Benfica who won the last time both teams met in October by 5-0. On that occasion, Benfica played from home. All right, and the Benfica have actually dominated the 5, the last 10 head-to-head meetings, winning several times. Winning 9 times out of 10, and we have the best result they could achieve against Benfica in the last 10 meetings is actually a draw. And in this very one, we're giving it to Benfica, the away side, to win out shortly in that very game. All right, that's our value for that very encounter. All right, away side to win. All right, the next which is going to be the last for the day, is in Turkey Superliga, where we have Fenerbahce, who will be up against Samsunspor. And Fenerbahce in the last 6 games have seen 3 victories and 2 draws, and also lost 1 game. And away side, Samsunspor also, having 3 victories and 1 draw, but have also lost 2 matches in the last 6 matches that they have so far. All right, when you look at how they fared on home and away base, you can see that Fenerbahce have won 8 games in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 1 draw and 1 loss. And away side, Samsunspor have had 3 draws and also have had 4 draws and 3 wins, and as well as 3 losses in the last 10 away games that they have so far. But also looking at Fenerbahce, the last 10 home matches have produced a lot of goals, over 2.5, 9 times out of 10. That tells you a lot about this very side. They score a lot of goals as well as concede. And Samsunspor, the last away game they had, something playing out a 2-2 draw against Gostip. And on head-to-head basis, the last time both teams met was a 2-2 draw. Fenerbahce played from home on that very occasion. And in this one, we are going for 3 goals to appear in this very encounter. So a minimum of 3 goals and over 2.5. That's what we expect for this very encounter. And that brings our predictions for you to the Betcraft to a conclusion. We wish you the best of luck and I hope you to get goals going. Also remember to play responsibly. These are football matches. Sometimes may not be exactly what it seems. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our predictions on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until that time, keep winning.